Here we go. Welcome to Lonely Mountains Downhill Daily Ride. Welcome to the stream, Mr. Den. Good to see you. It's been a bit. I heard you were sick, so I hope you're feeling better, man. Not too sure if you saw, I started playing Dark Souls Remastered again, continuing on with that series. I took a bit of a break, and yeah, I think you'd really enjoy it. I did 2 streams yesterday, and they were very fun, so some pretty epic moments, I gotta say. A little bit legendary. Hello, Papa. Welcome to the stream, man. Howdy to you, sir. And good evening, Robert. You're fully recovered now. You need to catch up on yesterday's stream. You'll watch it later. Awesome, man. I hope you enjoy it. I really do. Okay. How are we doing on the season? I wonder if I can crack the top 25. I'm 1,200 points out. Ooh. That might be tough. Well, that's what happens when you don't do every daily. All right. Let's have a look, see what we have today. Redmore Peaks is the mountain. Redwood Falls is the trail. Superbike is the bike because it is Super Sunday. We have normal checkpoints, daytime, mirrored mode, and better flying controls. Ooh, better flying controls with Superbike. That could be tricky. It's already quite touchy as it is. Okay, let's jump in and do this. I should have looked to see what the top 10 time is. I think I can do this, right? Too much? There you go. It's going to be a grinder today. Fudge. 49ers and the Lions are playing for the Super Bowl coming up in February. Not for the NFC spot. Oh, for the NFC spot. Okay. Yeah, because you're a 49ers fan, right, Robert? Well, I hope they get to the Super Bowl and can win it for you. Are they considered a favorite? I don't follow the NFL, so I don't really know. Ah, shoot. God damn it. No. This way. $24.10 now. Oh, so they're playing right now. I thought you were saying they were playing in February for that. Okay, it's happening right now. Mr. Din's a 69ers fan. So 49ers are leading 24-10. Super Bowl is in February. Okay, gotcha. Can also do the skip there. I think we did okay even for our first attempt. 14th, yeah, it's pretty decent. Where would 112 get me? Thank you for the GG, Papa. Wow. I think we're going to be trying to get second place today. I am out of water. Thank you for the GG, Robert. Let me go get some more. I've been chugging so much water lately. Man, the dryness, and even with me chugging so much water, I still constantly dehydrated. So dry here. Give me just a moment. Actually, no, I'll take you guys with me. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Hope you guys are staying hydrated as well. So I had a pretty damn incredible customer service experience today. So I don't know if you guys have to do it this way as well, but in Canada, whenever you have like your internet contract or whatever, like you sign it for 2 years, like you negotiate a deal, you sign it for 2 years, and then after 2 years they like jack up the price, and then you have to call them again, and then you negotiate again, and you sign another 2-year deal. So I was paying $57.75 for 75. I'm going to take just a moment to talk about this. I want to share this. You're drinking some iced coffee. Cool, man. So I'm paying $57.75 for 75 megabytes per second internet. And I got my bill and it jumped up to $86. So I called them up, and of course I was on hold for like quite a long time. And then it always goes the same way. You call, you're like, it went up, I want to get it for cheaper. What kind of a deal can you give me? And then they're like, they put you on hold, and then they're like, whatever you tell them, the best deal that you've seen online, they're like, okay, I can't do that, so I'll have to transfer you to like the customer care department. And then they put you through to customer care, and then you negotiate. They give you, they say, okay, well, we can't do that, but we can give you this. And then you say, well, if you can't match the deal that I saw online, then I'm going to change providers. And they put you on hold for longer. And then they're finally like, okay, well, we want to keep your business, so we'll match that rate. I was like, so I was prepared to do this. And once again, like the first part was the same. I was talking for like 25 minutes, constantly getting put on hold, and finally the lady was like, okay, I have to transfer you to the customer care. I should just tell them, put me through to customer care. I know you're not going to be able to match whatever the deal is. So anyway, I get transferred over to this new guy, and he's like, okay, give me a second. Let me see what I can do for you. And so I was expecting him to come back, with a higher rate, and then me have to threaten them to change providers. But he comes back and he's like, what I can do for you, because I've been with the company. It's called TELUS, and so I've been with TELUS for like 25 years. And he's like, well, since you've been with the company for so long, with us, you've been a loyal client. I can give you 150 megabytes per second for $40. And I'm like, what? So the deal that I had found online was $49 for 75 megabytes. And so all I wanted was $49 for 75. And he gave me 150 for 40. And then he's like, and I also want to give you a $50 Amazon gift card. And I'm like, this is awesome. So yeah, I had a really good customer experience. I didn't have to haggle, just gave me this awesome deal, gave me a gift card. I know, wow, exactly. So I'm getting better internet, and I'm going to be saving $200 a year. Fantastic outcome. There's no negotiating in the US. You either pay or they turn you off. Really? I did score on the customer service. I got a phenomenal guy. I was like, what's your name? Because I might want to have to call back and deal with you again if I ever need to. So, yeah, very, very pleased. Not too far to the right. Not enough speed. God damn, I keep hitting that rock. This might be good. Too far. Yeah. I might... I always have a tough time with this. I might use my other technique. So I guess that's a Canadian thing where you negotiate. It's really weird. And like, I asked the guy, I'm like, can you sign, like, can we make this deal for 3 years so I don't have to deal with this again in 2 years? And he was like, nah, that's unfortunately one thing that he can't do. Is that they're limited to 2 years for the contracts. Ah, crud. Yeah, and I thanked the guy, and I was like, man, I don't know if you guys record our conversations, but feel free to share this with your manager or supervisor. Because I told him, like, when he gave me that deal, it was like, is there anything else? I'm like, no, this is it. And I just want to let you know that, like, this is the best customer service experience I've had ever. So nice to not have to haggle. So if you call, sorry, this is directed towards Papa, who said that there's no negotiating in the US. So if you call your service provider and you say, hey, there's another company that has a better deal, can you match it? They won't. I love my cell phone provider. I've been with them for, I want to say 7 years now. And the deal that I got is the same that I've been paying. Like they never raise my price. I'm just stuck in with my rate, and as long as I keep my contract, if I don't like cancel it, then I'll just keep getting this good deal. So, and they do actually like improve they give me more gigabytes every couple years for data usage. For me on this trail, it always comes down to this section and the final section. Those are the two that I struggle with the most. Not in your experience. They have more customers, so the personal touch is absent. Damn. That's too bad. Hey, look at that. The one crow was flying upside down. Oh, it reset. I wonder if they'll fly off again. It's kind of funny. Crow is flying upside down. Isn't that like an omen? When the crow flies upside down, you will have been betrayed 3 times. That was a Christian joke. Damn it. God damn it. Yeah, this section always gets me, man. Struggle with this section. With this jump in particular. Yeah, it is tough to get the right angle. Honestly, if it wasn't for this final section, I would probably like this trail a lot more. But this final section is, it always sucks when it comes down to the final section is where it's like the most difficult. I don't mind section 3 being difficult because it's easy to just redo the first two. But thank you. Thank you for the GG, Papa and Robert, and the nice time. I'm going to do a few more runs getting used to the sections and how to do them. And then I'm going to start resetting until we get section 3 down smoothly. Yeah, if I want, I know that I can get section 2 easily today. I just don't know if I'm going to want to put in the time for it. This is another one of those trails where I'm not crazy about it, but I'm good at it. Took it a little bit slower. On 14:22. Fourth place. Thank you for the awesome GG, Papa. Your best trail time was 1:07. Thank you for the GG, Mr. Den. And the GG, Robert. So, talking about Dark Souls. Unfortunately, I have some bad news. I'm busy next weekend, so I will most likely not be streaming it. Sir Crashlock couldn't get it. Hey, man, you've got 5th place, man. Well, I guess 6th now because I bumped you down a spot, but 119 is pretty good still. I'm busy next weekend, so I probably won't be streaming it, so I'm probably going to take a 2-week break. I know it kind of sucks, but unfortunately that's what it's going to have to be. But yeah. Looking forward to finishing it off because we're pretty close. We're pretty darn close. I think Garrus said 3 bosses left, and 2 of them are optional. Or no, 4 bosses. 4 bosses and 2 of them are optional. Okay, let's jump back in. I don't know how much I'm gonna be grinding this out. I might just accept not being in 2nd place and switch over to Spirit Hunters, but we'll see. I still got a little bit in me. No, it's not good. Do you have some trails, Papa, where you're confident with your abilities and you always know that if that trail comes up that you're going to perform well? Because I definitely have that. I don't know if I've ever gotten to first place on this trail, though. A couple? Cool, man. That wasn't good. Sometimes I do this. It's my other technique. It's like I come down here. I haven't done this in a while. So I don't think I've had a bike, the super bike, because I think it's the only super bike that you can do this with. It's the ultimate rich original path. Where's it? I think I can do it with some other bikes too. Yeah, that's kind of it. So, I haven't watched... Sorry, I'm talking about a whole bunch of different things. You do best on free rides. That's awesome, man. I really enjoy free rides, but because I have a difficult time holding back. So, for me, free rides take a long time because I'm trying to go fast. And I take too many big risks. So I haven't watched bowling in years. And for some reason I was like, I feel like watching some bowling today. So I watched some bowling this afternoon. And when I say I haven't watched it in years, I mean like I haven't watched the PBA, in like 20 years, I want to say. And it blew my mind that there's so many bowlers now that bowl two-handed. I was like, well, the first guy that I saw bowling two-handed, I was like, what the hell? He's bowling two-handed? And then there was another match, and there was another guy who was bowling two-handed. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I looked it up, and apparently, I think in 2009, there was a guy who was successful with the two-handed technique, and now it's become like almost 50-50 that bowlers bowl two-handed. How do you bowl two-handed? Okay, let me try to explain this. You can look it up. So normally, you have you got three holes. You put these two fingers in, and then you grab that, and you bowl like this. The two-handed bowling balls don't have a thumb, so you're only holding it with these two fingers. So if you did it one hand, it would snap your fingers. So they hold it, and then with the other hand, they hold the top of the ball, and then they go back like this, and then when they let go. It's really, really interesting. Very interesting technique. You should totally check it out. Sure, it's easy to Google it or even just like go to the PBA YouTube page and like check out, some highlights, and you'll see lots of guys are bowling two-handed. Used to bowl when you were younger, so did I. I even had my own bowling ball. I've probably bowled my early 20s, I want to say from like maybe 1920, when I was around 19 or 20 years old, probably until I was about 26, something like that. I think I bowled for like somewhere between like, my years might be off, but I want to say somewhere in the range of between like 5 and 8 years. I bowled almost on a weekly basis. Sunday night bowling. You bowled from 19 to 25? Cool, man. Were you pretty good? Did you keep track of your score? I wasn't in a bowling league, but bowled, like I said, quite regularly. I think my average was, I want to say 143, and my best was 186. I bowled 186 twice. You were above average. I don't even know what average is considered. I felt like my 143 average was above average, but I don't know what is considered to be average. Thank you for the GG, Papa. How many more times do we want to do this? Thank you for the GG, Robert. 120 is average? Okay. That's kind of what, in my head, I would also kind of think 120 is average. But, if you're talking like pro bowlers, I know they average like, the one guy that I was watching today, I think they said he averages 239. I worked with a guy in Toronto who he was actually in a league. He bowled very regularly, and he averaged, I want to say, 204. I went bowling with him once, and he was really good. I was like, damn, you're really good. Would have liked to bowl with that guy more because I really enjoyed it, but we lived on opposite sides of the city, where it was like, if I wanted to go and bowl with him at his bowling alley, it would be like over an hour drive. According to Google, 130 to 150 is average. Wow, okay. That's higher than I expected. So I guess I was kind of average. I bowled with 3 other friends. It was 4 of us that always went bowling for those years. And I was the second best of our group. It was usually me and my buddy Jake that were competing for the best. I even tracked. I wish I still had this, maybe like on an old computer, but I I tracked our strike and spare percentages, but I can't even remember what the hell my strike and spare percentages were. But yeah, I enjoyed keeping track of that. Whenever we would bowl on Sundays, I would get a printout of our scores, and I would add it to the spreadsheet. Because I'm a spreadsheet nerd. I love Excel. I love spreadsheets and statistics. Surprise, surprise, with my field of work. I've always loved numbers. I'm just going to make it quick. Sorry, cats are also making noises, so I think I'm going to have to go feed them. I didn't give them an afternoon snack, so it's kind of my fault that they're hungry early today. Okay. I am going to go feed the girls. And I'll be back. We'll do at least one more run, and then we'll see what the poll says. In case you weren't aware, there is a poll in the chat. So if you're not seeing it, you might just have to refresh. If you do see it, then feel free to vote. Almost done. Man, Drunk Souls last night was fun. You guys want me to do some grinding, I see. Okay. What sports do you guys enjoy? Both playing and watching. I think you guys are all aware that I am a UFC and golf fan. Obviously, UFC I only watch, I do not fight. I am a lover, not a fighter. but golf I enjoy both playing and watching. You love UFC? You enjoy watching most sports? Any racing sport is good. Cool, man. Mr. Din is F1. Nice. I've never been able to get into... I enjoy rally racing, but when it comes to like F1 or... what's the other one called? Your son is into F1? Cool. Mostly off-road stuff. So like myself, the rally. What is that called? The one where they go around the track. Indy. Thank you very much. That's what I was thinking of. Indy, yeah. F1 and Indy, I can't get into. I tried. I knew a guy who was also really into watching motorcycle racing. And I watched it, and I was like, I don't think I'm ever going to be joining you for this again because I am bored to tears. NASCAR. Yeah, NASCAR, Mr. Din. That's what it is. I used to be really into hockey. I used to watch the heck out of hockey. But haven't in a while. You like rally racing the best? Nice. Yeah. I don't watch rally racing as in like I've never had, I don't even know if I've had the opportunity, like I don't know where I could watch it, but I love watching like highlights and stuff. There is a YouTube channel that I can actually give a shout out to. It's called Mr. M. Mr. and then space M, the letter M. And he puts together like highlight videos of rally stuff. That's what I like watching. Somebody say hockey. You love watching hockey live. Yeah, going to hockey games is fun. I used to watch playoffs for years. I'm talking years, like probably from like 1988 when I was in single digits of age up until 2010, 2012, somewhere around there, like the early 2010s. I watched a lot of hockey playoffs. I would watch 2 games a night. I just followed the hell out of it. But it felt like it was taking up too much of my time, so I just completely chopped it off. But that's it, no more. What is it, Katya? You just got fed. You should be happy. You saw the Bruins live back when Ray Bourque and Rick Middleton were playing. That's awesome. I don't know if I probably have seen the Bruins live. I've seen a lot of games live. I've been to Flames and Maple Leaf games. I know I've seen the Kings because Kings are my favorite team. I saw a couple epic games with the Penguins and the Lightning. Yeah, I got to see Mario Lemieux play. So At the Boston Garden. That's cool, man. I've only seen NHL games in Calgary and Toronto. I haven't seen them anywhere else. God damn it. Yeah, Ray Bork was a phenomenal player. Best defenseman of all time. You can fight me on that. Was Ray Bork your favorite player, Papa? My favorite player growing up was Luc Robitaille from the Los Angeles Kings. Rick Middleton was a hell of a fighter. Honestly, I remember the name, but I don't really remember him too much. But from that comment, sounds like he was more of an enforcer than a scorer. He used to draw the fights. Nice. Like Bobby Probert. Bobby Probert was awesome. He was an instigator, yeah. That was actually that was one of the things that kind of pissed me off and was one of the reasons why I stopped watching the NHL was when they decided to really cut down on the fights and to penalize fighting more. Like, it still happens, but it's like it's really highly discouraged. Ah, you son of a gun. Take the best player off the ice for a bit when they get on a roll. Yeah. Whoa. I didn't think I was going to make that. Guess we'll roll with it. It's funny, the bounces you sometimes get. Slow, though. It's actually cool. I didn't realize. So I visited my mom last week, and my mom always has the news on, and so it got to the sports section of the news, and the coach of the Vancouver Canucks was talking, and I'm like, I know that face. Where do I know that face? Who the hell is that? Because I wasn't paying attention, so obviously they had like his name up for sure early on, but then when I looked over, it didn't say who it was. And I was like, I know that face. And yeah, I guess it's Rick Tocchet, which was my brother's favorite NHLer from the Philadelphia Flyers. He was one of those where he was both He could fight and he could score. He was a good player. Hockey fights are funny. I don't find them funny. I find them entertaining, man. I love it. Love the grabbing on, or just like they're just both wailing on each other, man. It's so good, so good. But I've always been into combat, like both real and fake combat. So like WWE. I loved watching, like, the highlight for me going to a hockey game or watching hockey was definitely the fights. Like, that's when I would get the most excited. Pull your shirt over your head and ground and pound. That's pretty much it. Thank you for the GG, Robert. When your son was real young, you used to take him to see AAA baseball games. See, I enjoyed playing baseball. I played on a softball team when I was young, but I never could get into watching baseball. I find it incredibly boring, both on TV and live. You see them punching each other's helmets? No, they normally, when two guys decide to fight, helmet comes off, gloves come off, they square up and they go. No helmets when fighting. Okay, I want to check something out, sorry. What do I need for third place? 1342. I can get 109. 13 minus 9 is 4, so 8 crashes or less. Once I get 8 crashes, I need to restart. Too much money in the big league sports. The rules and the money have ruined the rawness of it. Agreed, Papa. That's a very astute observation. Like I don't get why they wanted to get rid of the fighting in hockey. Like, it's a draw. Like, it brings people to watch the games. And it's like, guys don't really get hurt. They don't. Like, players get hurt from getting checked from behind. Players get hurt from high sticking, cheap shot stuff. But fighting, when two players agree to fight, I don't know. For me, there's no reason why it. Yeah, I don't know. Gary Bettman is an idiot. That's the president of the NHL. in my opinion, Gary Bettman ruined the NHL. Whew. No. No. God damn it. God, it was going so well. Too far up. Yeah, this angle is what always kills me, man. God damn it! Are you kidding me? Aggression source has been nullified due to the court cases against major sports figures that became aggressive out in public. Okay. But that's off of the court or off of the field or off of the ice. Like that has nothing to do with the actual sport. Like, don't let things outside of the sport, you know. I'm surprised the NFL hasn't banned like hitting and stuff. That it just turned into flag football because of all the head trauma and stuff, the concussions. Still ends up in the media, yeah. That's the way it goes in life, right? It's always the one bad apple spoils the bunch. One idiot doing something stupid ruins it for everybody. Thank you for the GG, Robert. Yeah. Like Todd Bertuzzi. Frickin' idiot. NHLer, that's the one that cheap-shotted the one guy. Actually ended up going into court. He ended up, I think he might have even done some jail time for assault. Because he, I forget the name of the guy that he knocked out. He came up and like he skated up kind of beside him and just clocked him and knocked him out. The guy went face first into the ice, completely unconscious. Was taken out on a stretcher. Was it George Larocque that he did that to? I think it might have been George Larocque. Excuse me? I did not clip that rock. I did it again. That time I clipped the rock. That was my bad. You know what? I think I might be done with this. I might do one more run. I'm just not feeling it. I know I could get second place if I ground it out, but I've been really enjoying Spirit Hunters, so I think I want to switch over to Spirit Hunters after one more run. Yeah. Let me end the poll. I know it might be disappointing for some of you guys, but 'cause I know a lot of you don't come over for Spirit Hunters. But as much as I like to entertain, I also like to play what I want to play, so... Yeah, but definitely check out the two-handed bowling technique. It's so interesting, especially like if you haven't seen it. Like for me, it was so new. Like apparently it's become a popular thing. But I had no idea. So for me, I was like, what? The guy using two hands? Like what the hell? It's so interesting because like for me there was only ever one technique to use when bowling, and now all of a sudden there's two techniques. So it's kind of like trying to think like what putting in golf. That's like a major thing. Like there's so many different putting techniques that that the pros use. You know, some have like the long putter two-handed. Some have the they look at the ball when they putt. Some look at the hole when they putt. And it really just all depends on what works for you. I know Papa said he hasn't seen the two-handed technique. Has anybody else seen the two-handed technique? That's the one thing that I kind of miss about cable TV. I haven't had cable TV in quite a while. I used to watch things that I don't watch now because, you know, I would be flipping through the channels and I'd be like, hey, bowling's on. I enjoy watching bowling. I'm going to watch some bowling. Usually too late for you. Oh, when I switch over to Spirit Hunters, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I usually do it kind of later in the evening after I do my daily ride. We're struggling. Well, struggling to get that one jump. I'm struggling a little bit on section 2 as well. It's not going as smoothly for me as it usually does. Ah, you son of a biscuit. I'm trying out different techniques. I should just do what I was doing. Why try to switch it up? Too far left. God damn it. The jump that I was doing? Oh, the two-handed bowling. Yeah, it does look really uncomfortable. It looks really awkward. It does look really awkward. Yeah, but apparently it's like, it's taking over the sport. Like, it's slowly becoming the technique. Like, pretty much all the young players that are showing up in the PBA, they're using the two-handed technique. It's like, it's the old players that still use the one-handed. Apparently it's very, very effective. Uh-oh. Woo! No. Maintains more control over the ball at release. Yeah, that's exactly it. Apparently, like, when the one guy, I forget his name, I think he was Swedish. When he, in 2009, when he started doing it, because apparently this technique has been around since the 70s, and there was a guy who bowled in the 80s and 90s, and he won 2 tournaments using the two-handed technique. But the guy in 2009, like, who was winning lots of tournaments, that's when people were like, whoa, we need to, some people started, especially the new young generation, started to not imitate, what's the word I'm looking for? But they started to try to copy his technique. Emulate. Thank you very much. That's exactly the word I was looking for. It was sitting there in my mind, and I couldn't grasp it. Yeah, they started to emulate his technique, and in the last 15 years, it's taken off and become popular. So, thank you for the GG, Papa and Robert. Okay, well, you know what? This is fun, but I feel like I want to switch over to Spirit Hunters. We put in an extra 45 minutes of of the daily ride. So I'll switch over to Spirit Hunters, probably play that for like an hour, hour and a half. And that'll be it. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I will accept my 4th place. And that's it for me. Have a good night, Papa. We'll be seeing you around. Hopefully the next 2 days we get some decent daily rides in this season, because that's all I have left is 2 daily rides, and then I'm taking another 6-week break. So you'll see me tomorrow. Awesome, man. All right, well, I'm going to take a few minutes, get set up for Spirit Hunters. Hope to see some of you there. If I don't see you there, I'll see you elsewhere. Take care, everybody, and good night.